was my last week on the carnivore challenge. I'm going to show you everything that I ate and give you a weigh-in, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Ketosis Focus. We are on week 4 of this carnivore challenge. One of the things that I wanted to do this week was kind of shift. I've been kind of experimenting a little bit this month, this challenge, and trying a few things week by week to kind of see what's working for me maybe and what's not, while still staying carnivore. On my carnivore challenge this month, I have not been doing dairy. I've not been doing sweetener. I had not been doing alcohol. That was the goal, and I was walking as much as possible and trying to get some exercise in. This week I did well. However, I found, we'll talk about my struggles after I show you what I ate. But the challenge that I wanted to do this week for myself was to kind of switch my numbers a little bit and do more of a 70-30 split when it comes to fat to protein ratio. So I wanted to up the fat to see if I feel any different, if it makes a difference on the scale. So let me show you everything that I ate, and then we will talk about the struggles and the weigh-ins. So check it out. All right, it is that time for some carnivore coffee. I guess technically it's a bulletproof coffee. Kind of, right? All right, it is a challenge to try and get more fat in. I had my carnivore coffee earlier, my bulletproof coffee that had butter and an egg yolk. So that's kind of how I'm upping my fat today. And today I have 3 eggs cooked in Kerrygold butter. I've got this fatty ribeye, but it is kind of small. I forget how much it was. It was like 8.5 ounces. I have a leftover chicken thigh from yesterday, and I had to cook up 2 slices of bacon to try and up the fat. And even with all of this, I think in order for me to hit my fat number, I'm gonna have to have another carnivore coffee. So going from some days not having any coffee to having 2, it just is weird, but I've got to figure out how else to add more fat in. So I may do hamburger meat or burger patties with egg yolks, things like that in this upcoming week, and maybe get some chuck steaks, some more ribeyes. Yes, so here it is. All right, I have a really quick grocery haul for you. We went to Walmart and got a few things to get us through the last week of our carnivore challenge. Let me show you what we got. I don't normally get these big eggs. These are the 60, but since I've been having so many egg yolks in my coffee and really upping the fat, I decided we'll do the huge carton of 60 instead of getting the 30 like I normally do at my grocery store. I found this big 73.27 10-pound roll for $20. So we're gonna go ahead and separate these by 2 pounds each and put them in our freezer for when we need it. So I'm hoping this will help me up the fat. Caesar wanted some more thick cut fatty pork chops. I don't think I'll be having these this week. I don't believe so, but maybe we might. We'll see. I might be doing a lot of hamburger meat. Shrimp and salmon. So I've been kind of craving salmon. I might have it over the weekend, so it might be a little tricky trying to get my fat number high, but they're not too thick. I don't even know if they're the best type of salmon to get, but maybe this will kind of cure that craving I was having. I did get 2 types of butter, the salted and the unsalted. I'm probably gonna put that butter all over that salmon. Excuse me. And then the unsalted I wanted to try in my coffee to see how different it might taste. And that is it. This is all that we got, along with, I think we still have a couple of more frozen items in our freezer, but we should be good for the next few days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, this should last us about 6 more days, maybe not. I don't know. All right, it is 5:20 and I made another carnivore coffee. I just happen to have an extra Starbucks cup. So I made it the same way, a tablespoon of butter, an egg yolk, coffee and a little splash of cinnamon. I've been liking the cinnamon addition lately. I hope that's not gonna mess with my results. All right, I've only been fasting 14 and a half hours, but I am ready for my carnivore coffee, my bulletproof coffee. I've got egg yolk, tablespoon of butter, my coffee. I'm gonna do a little sprinkle of the cinnamon. All right, I've got 3 eggs cooked in Kerrygold butter and 3 slices of bacon. Easy peasy. All right, my bacon and eggs wasn't enough for me, so I went ahead and made a salmon because I've been craving salmon, and I've got some melted butter on top. All right, it is 11 o'clock in the morning. We're sitting down to eat our first meal of the day, I believe. I've got a pork chop. I weighed it before we cooked it. It was 11 ounces. It does have a bone, so I'll definitely be weighing that bone afterwards and adjusting the number in my carb manager. I've got 3 eggs cooked in Kerrygold butter, and that's all for now. All right, I'm gonna give you a little bit of an update from yesterday. So the original plan yesterday was we were expecting to go out to eat in the evening, and so I had already put in stuff into my carb manager for the day, and I decided to only eat half the salmon that I put in instead of both salmon fillets to give me room in my macros to go out to eat. And then what happened was we never ended up going out to eat with our friends, and so I was just not hungry. Come 6, 7 o'clock, I wasn't hungry, and I just didn't feel like making food just because, so I didn't eat the rest of the day, which put me pretty under on everything yesterday as far as my macros are concerned. We did have an unexpected kid-free evening, and that kind of turned into a date night, and we did have some mixed drinks, but mine was like vodka with sparkling water. So even though my challenge was no alcohol for the month of February, I did it one day this month. Oh well, it is what it is. So one thing I'm noticing that I've started feeling ever since I'm trying to add more fat back in, and I've been using coffee as a vehicle to do that. I've been adding more fat with these carnivore coffees to kind of help me get those numbers up. And I just don't enjoy my coffee as much as I did. I think I miss enjoying my coffee, and what makes me enjoy it is that sweetener, that little bit of sweetener with the creaminess and the warmth. Like, that was really one of the best parts of my day, is waking up with that coffee and enjoying every bit of it. I loved it, and so it's kind of sad and kind of like I miss loving it so much. So when I have it now and it's like, it doesn't give me that same, I guess, dopamine rush that my original coffee did. So kind of missing that. I'm already thinking about next month and figuring out what the plan is moving forward. I don't know if I'll be dairy free next month. Maybe I'll allow myself a couple of days a week to have dairy. I'm not exactly sure. I do want to incorporate more red meat because I think that does increase my fat intake. So this week of experimenting with higher fat, I'm curious to see how that is going to pan out. So anyway, that's my little update. It's Sunday. We'll see what the rest of the day holds. It's 11 o'clock and I just finished eating that first meal. So I'm sure I'm gonna have to have more food, because I think I'm only at like 900. I'm like half my day, half my day with food. So we'll figure out the second half. And then the fasting hasn't been a priority for me this week. So yeah, that's where we are, halfway through this week. All right, see you soon. All right, it is 4:39 and I am sitting down for my last meal of the day, which is butter-soaked salmon and butter-soaked shrimp. I think we added a little bit of garlic, kind of easing up this last week. Not so strict this last week, so I've got a little bit of garlic butter on the shrimp, and then there's the salmon. Good morning, happy Monday. It is day 26 of the Carnivore Challenge. Starting off a day with a walk. Today is laundry day, so I'm also doing that today. So I always get a little bit more steps when I'm doing laundry on my activity watch here. All right, I think we're probably gonna go for about 45 minutes. Let's make it a great day and a strong end to the challenge. All right, exercise ring is closed. Clocked in 42 minutes, 5,610 steps, 2.61 miles. All right, I just finished going for my walk. It is 10:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and break. I think it's a 17.5-hour fast with my carnivore coffee. I've got 1 egg yolk, 1 tablespoon of butter, blended it up. It is time for my first official meal of the day. I've got burger patties that are 73 something, 70, under 80% of the lean. So I got the fattiest version of ground beef that I could find. Caesar had made bacon earlier, so I'm gonna go ahead and fry these up in his bacon grease, and then I'll probably make a couple of eggs. Sitting down for my first meal of the day, I've got 2 burger patties, about 5 ounces each, 3 eggs cooked in Kerrygold butter, and I've got a little container of pink Himalayan salt ready to go. All right, it's a little late today. It is 7:45, but it's been a very long afternoon. I went ahead and made this stew meat in the Instant Pot, and I have 2 cups of beef broth, and this is gonna be the end of my meal tonight. Good morning, happy Tuesday. We are going out for a walk today. I grabbed my sunglasses, thinking it was gonna be nice and warm like yesterday. And it's actually kind of cool and chilly, so I think the temperature is dropping. We'll see what it's gonna be like tomorrow. But I don't even need the sunglasses on because of the clouds out here. But we are a work in progress. Exercise ring is closed. Clocked in 48 minutes. 5,630 steps, 2.65 miles. Nice. It is 11:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting down to have my first meal of the day, which is a pork chop with 3 eggs, and then we've got a hamburger patty with an egg cooked inside, courtesy of my hubby. So today I've been in kind of a funk lately because maybe because I know that the challenge is almost over. Thursday is technically the last day, so I've got 2 more days. But I'm just so sad. I want my sweetener in my coffee. I miss enjoying my coffee. And I don't know. Just not in a good headspace this week. Not as easy this week as it was week 1 and week 2. I'll tell you that. Not enjoying the food anymore, getting kind of bored with it, wanting something different. I don't know. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Good morning, happy Wednesday. It is foggy and windy and cool, but I put my shoes on and we are going for a walk. Look at how foggy it is. Super gray. Exercise ring is closed. Clocked in 46 minutes, 6,000 steps so far, 2.80 miles. I am eating 12 ounces of the ground beef. Actually, once I weighed it after I cooked it, it ended up going down to 8 ounces. But I'm still entering it in as 12 ounces. And then I've got 17 grams of butter on top. All right, I also got 3 boiled eggs. I'm gonna sprinkle a lot of pink Himalayan salt, and this is my lunch. Finishing my day off with some beef broth and stew meat. All right, so this was a difficult week. This one was the hardest week. Week 1 and week 2 was golden. I was smooth sailing. I felt like I could do this forever. Week 4 came, and all of a sudden, I was on the struggle bus the whole week. I was looking forward to the end of this. I couldn't see myself. It felt unsustainable. I missed my cheese. I missed my dairy. I missed enjoying my cup of coffee. I missed sweetener in my coffee. I think I was really grumpy about that. It's I was doing away with coffee and then trying to add more fat in, I was having a lot more coffee. And then it wasn't the way that I liked it. So I was kind of grumpy and resentful about that. And then towards the last couple of days, I just started squeezing in a little hint of stevia into my coffee just to get that happiness again. So I tried to hold strong all the way till the very last day, but I did make that allowance. And I did drink alcohol one day last weekend. It was a day that I didn't have much to eat, so I don't know if that was very smart. But I had sparkling water and vodka. We had a kid-free evening, an unexpected kid-free weekend, and we made it a little date night and had a couple of cocktails. And I wasn't going to. I was like, nope, I'm on this challenge. And I'm like, you know what? We don't know when we're going to get another day like this to kind of just enjoy our time together. So that's what it turned out. And what's funny is normally when we have a night like that, if we're gonna have cocktails, we usually have charcuterie with cheese and snacks. And it was like, I didn't have anything like that, because even though I was allowing myself a little bit off with the alcohol, I didn't allow myself to get off. I didn't buy cheese. I didn't have cheese in the house. I didn't have snacks in the house. My refrigerator is like empty. So my freezer has a lot. And so we just moved meat from the freezer down to the fridge to defrost. But yeah, it was a lot harder this week. I noticed that I had a lot more cravings, like all kinds of cravings, not necessarily sugar cravings. And this happened even before I started putting that stevia on the last day of the challenge. But I was getting like full-on cravings for anything else. I think I felt, I don't know, maybe bored. I got tired of eating the same thing over. I enjoy the meat. I enjoy that, but I think a variety, and then feeling like we can't go out to eat if we get invited places, the stress that comes up with, we're having a meeting at a pizza place. What am I going to eat there? Like, oh my God, like the wings, do I order separately? Like, it was a lot of, I miss the easiness. Like sometimes even being on keto, it was easier to go out to eat and partake in things versus being carnivore on something. So anyway, I found myself struggling with that and kind of missing the social aspect of food. But we'll get more into the deep feelings about the carnivore challenge in the next video when I give you the overall summary of the challenge, how much I spent, and my takeaways from it, and what I liked about it and what I didn't like about it. What I did notice about this week specifically for me is I did end up eating more calories, about 200 overall per day on average. I did a little bit less protein and I did higher fat. And I didn't really notice anything different with my body other than kind of hitting my wall with this carnivore challenge and kind of eager for it to end. Let's talk weigh-in. Last week I weighed in at 189.4. This week I weighed in at 188.6. So that is a loss of 0.8 pounds. Upping the fat, I thought for sure that was going to make a difference. Maybe it would get things moving inside my body. I just wasn't sure. I still walked a lot. I want to say this week I walked 4 times this week. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 times this week. Still need to get better about lifting weights, but I was consistent with the walking. So overall, I had more steps. I definitely had more steps than I did last week. So it's not what I expected for this week. I was hoping for a higher number, but it is a loss, so I will take 0.8. So in next video, I'm going to go over my measurements. I'm going to go over the overall weight loss for the month of February for my carnivore challenge, the overall cost that it cost us for 2 people to do the carnivore challenge, and then my takeaways. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. That is it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment. How was your week? Hopefully it was better than mine. Did you have any cravings? When you do have cravings, what type of things are you craving? I'd love to hear about that. Post it in the comments below. If you've not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button now and that notification bell to find out when all the videos are getting posted. Like this video because it helps
my channel grow, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.